trim, weighing in at 159 pounds. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, North Philly, Bernard, the Executioner Hopkins. Wearing the white trunk.
Hopkins is the best man he's ever.
That's why it's such a great match.
Hopkins with a right hand over the top, lancing blow.
Get out. Surprises me about Roy Jones is he very seldom uses, and Hopkins is not jabbing either.
Offensive here in the first round than is normally the case.
The way of punches before they land.
51 jabs in the first round, and 2 of them landed. Left hook to the body by Hopkins.
Good left hook, good solid left hook. Excellent condition, and you drive. There's a good right hand.
Right hand to the body. And Jones still trying to throw the right hand over the top. So far, Roy Jones has not attempted to get to Bernard Hopkins' body. Jones doesn't like to fight on the ropes. On Hopkins' face, as they near the first middleweight champion ever, would you believe it, is gaining confidence, but maybe he loses some after that right hand by Jones.
First Philadelphia-born middleweight champion, Jim. Joey Girardello, a Philadelphia fighter, was a middleweight champion.
That's what I was trying to point out, Larry.
Bernard Hopkins, you hear the voice of trainer Bowie Fisher. Interestingly, Fisher once trained Jesse Ferguson, who we'll see in the heavyweight championship bout later. And referee Steve Smoger tells Jones not to hold Hopkins.
It's very, very tight. Doesn't seem to be relaxed at all up to this point.
Hopkins still short with the jab.
Neither guy has the confidence to really step in there with their punch.
It is a display of mutual respect so far. And one which is not likely to hold the attention of this audience for long. Overhand right by Jones lands in close quarters. And the left hand. Jones starting to get a little closer to Bernard Hopkins. Still missing with the jab. Now he sticks one into Hopkins' chin.
And again, that left hand is right down around his knee.
That's the position from which Muhammad Ali used to throw the jab.
Right hand, left hook, left back, and Hopkins answers with a right hand.
Roy landed the right hand over the top, but you're right, Bernard had an answer in reserve.
Is he daring him to throw the right hand when he keeps it down there, Gil?
No, I really think he's thinking offensively, Larry. I think it's just another way to throw the jab.
3 coming to a close. They have barely begun. Hopkins drives Jones into the ropes to begin round 4. Single attempt body punch. Hopkins with 2 left hooks. Again drops.
And Hopkins is very, very effective when he moves a guy.
He's in prison doing hard time for a chain snatching.
Good combinations by Roy Jones. Right hand, left hook, and there's another left hook, right hand. Those flashy, fast hands. Very, very difficult to deal with.
Jones with a right. Hopkins misses the right hand. Again drives Jones into the ropes. Foot movements in the ring.
This is a no-no. If he ever gets nailed jumping in, they'll be counting 10. But he's so quick. I'm sure that Hopkins has never been in a ring with a guy like Roy Jones.
Jones lands the left hand in close as Hopkins chases into the ropes. Certainly the more powerful blows so far have been landed by Jones, and Gil, he threw a body punch. And another.
But you notice...
set up a straight right hand.
As we mentioned before,
Hopkins can't find a sparring partner.
Hopkins has probably never seen a guy that fights the way Roy Jones fights. I mean, I've been around a while. I haven't seen anybody, but right now,
it is scoring time. Bernard Hopkins, whenever he gets for that stance. Now he's back to his conventional stance. Punches by Jones. The left hook to the chest landed. The But no early knockout tonight. As 5 rounds are in the books, they fight their way past the bell at the end. Ever earned the right for a heavyweight championship shot? Coming into the fight with 4 losses in his last 6 bouts. We're looking at these numbers. They would have to suspect that Jones has the edge in the bout.
Don't try to hit him in the head. Throw him at his and knock him a little bit off balance. The move that Roy Jones made to escape from the ropes. Just unbelievable. Just all natural talent.
Hopkins fighting back in the middle of the ring. Jones doubled up with the right hand. And now Hopkins. Jones just doesn't have the mechanics to turn that situation around, Gil.
Doesn't seem that way. One thing he should be doing, he should be most of it. And Hopkins threw some nice counter punches, short punches to the head after Jones flurried to the body. There's Jones.
Be the first world title of his career.
Tries to get out of the way at the same time he's throwing the punch.
Hopkins beginning to duck away from Roy's combinations a little bit. Now he chases Jones for the ropes again.
And he muscles him back against the ropes. Look how quick that Jones is, though. Just natural talent.
And Jones is starting to counter more effectively off the ropes, Gil.
With that, I've never seen anybody else been able to do it except Roy Jones.
Fight.
Good right hand by Hopkins. Caught Jones coming in.
Another good right hand.
2 good solid right hands by Bernard. Another good right hand.
Jones seems momentarily off balance as the result of the 3 straight right hands from Bernard Hopkins. No warning for a low blow. Jones.
That encouraged Hopkins. He's throwing that right out for. He's really trying to confuse Hopkins.
Chance to show you something significant.
Left to the body by Jones. Then you suspect is the case at this moment.
Well, I have Jones well ahead in the fight, but again, I mentioned a lot of close rounds. But again, the big head that first punch, and Jones is just too quick. Big right hand by Jones.
Roy Jones becoming more accurate as the fight goes on. About 2 rounds in connect percentage.
Jones is starting to breathe a little heavily, Jim. Starting to show signs of wear and tear.
Hopkins 3 years older than Roy Jones at 27. Right hand to nothing, Roy Jones. From the southpaw stance. Now he stays and
feel good, Jim, because he just let out a whoop or what, I guess,
away from the ropes effectively. Lands the right hand over the top. That wide winging right hand, you wouldn't teach it, but he makes it work, Gil.
Again, we mentioned he's like lightning, and he's such an unorthodox guy, and Larry came, and it's just such an elusive target. You have to set him up.
Jones has not been able to hurt Hopkins at any time in the back. Or does Hopkins have a terrific chin, Gil?
No, I think it's a question that he hasn't hit Hopkins with that many solid punches. Hits him 2 or 3 in a row, we may see some funny things happen.
Left hand by Jones. Hopkins smiles. Usually that means the fighter is hurt a little bit.
Now, how did you like that move, Jimmy? Threw a left hook and then ran halfway across to anybody. That's natural talent.
Been made to Ray Leonard. Leonard, too.
And Roy Jones is no Ray Leonard.
Not yet, that's for sure. Jones. And there is Bo as he warms his body up. Edgemond Lewis.
There weren't any solid combinations, Larry. It's leap in, 1 quick punch.
And Kennedy McKinney.
The big punch and it never came along. Instead of trying to set it up. I mean, I can't believe the thing.
And eventually Hopkins stepped away. Right cross lands solidly on Hopkins' chin. And Bernard once again doesn't move.
mentioning referee Steve Spogler, I think he moves around well and controls the fight.
An East Coast referee works out of New Jersey and New York. You don't see him when we go out to Las Vegas. Round 11 comes to a close. An unjust decision, but voted the outstanding boxer in those games, trying to win his first world championship, the vacant IBF middleweight title.
Jones is
the number 2
beautiful
contender.
going to the body first and back up to the head. But he does such an orthodox, just outsmarts him. It's like cat and mouse the entire fight. He's a good, solid fighter. And it shows. He's fighting a good, solid professional.
It takes a good opponent to allow you to look your best, which is why I said earlier on, lower expectations.
Good call, Larry.
It's unfair to a fighter, I believe, to expect him to look like Mr. America or Mr. World.
Excitement potential for our big heavyweight championship fight upcoming. The crowd has retained all of its potential enthusiasm.
That's it, fellas. That's it, fellas. That's it, fellas.
Roy Jones Jr.
After a